If you're watching this video, there's a very high chance that you care about what goes in and on your body, or you're seriously thinking about it. It's a super exciting time for anyone interested in the health and wellness space because it is dominating right now, and that makes this video even more important. People across the country are waking up to the powers that be and big pharma controlling everything that goes in and on our body and putting profit before people. Some have known for decades, others have woken up post-COVID, and some of you watching this video might be at the very start of your journey. But wherever you are in your awakening journey, this video has some very important information that I need you to listen to. But first, let me tell you a little bit about who we are. My brother and I founded My Green Routine back in 2024, where we went on a journey to essentially remove all of the plastic from our personal care routine, as well as the harsh chemicals that are in everyday products we've been using our whole entire lives. But the journey didn't really start there. You have to rewind the clock back to 2021, where I took a 55-litre backpack and traveled Latin America. And a key pivotal moment in that travel was staying with a Quechua family, an indigenous Quechua family. I lived with them in the Amazon rainforest, and we were talking about the global health crisis at that time. And there was a pivotal line where the leader of the family said to me that when I asked him about the vaccine and medicine that they use, that they don't need pharmacies because the forest is their pharmacy. And it's a line that stuck with me, and it probably will for the rest of my life. And my brother had a very similar experience when he traveled to India. He learned about Ayurvedic medicines and traditions with ancient Hindu history, learning about the oils, extracts, clays, butters, etc. that the Indians have been using for not decades, for centuries. These oils, clays, minerals, butters, leaves, extracts, all of the above have been used as medicinal or traditional plants and ingredients in personal care or in medicine for, like I said, thousands of years. And we both merged those experiences together, and it was a massive pillar in what we're doing today. My brother and I are not the traditional avatar from the industry. We are not the barefooted, tree-hugging vegans that some people in the industry are. And we eat meat, we drive cars, we fly around, and we wanted to make sure that our personalities and the realism from us and ordinary lives is reflected in all of the things that we do. So you probably would understand and have been using traditional personal care products that are bought in the supermarket with the bright plastic packaging, cheap ingredients, cheap price point, harsh chemicals all inside a bottle or plastic wrap, and you've not really thought too much about it. But you also may have heard of egg yolk shampoo, and you may have also thought about using more natural and clean ingredients, but you haven't really found anything for you. Now, it's important that you understand the polarization right now. We have the traditional products and super raw and natural products that, like I said, egg yolk shampoo, that have been used for millennia potentially, and have characteristics that do have a great benefit for your skin, hair, smile, whatever it might be. But those products that are 3 ingredients are not science-backed. They're not proven to be effective. And the perspective my brother and I have is that we have this polarization. We have this harsh chemical, science-backed, guaranteed to work formula that's traditional in supermarkets. And then we also have, on the other end of the spectrum, clean, raw, no idea if it works, but it's been anecdotally used for millennia and has amazing characteristics that could be beneficial to you. But there's nothing in the middle. And we find ourselves directly in the middle of this blend, this polarization. And we wanted to create something that aligned for us. So if you have been thinking at all about living a little bit more naturally, cleaner, detoxifying your home, your skin, your body, for your family, whatever it might be, you want to be here, but you also have been using all of these products your entire life and they've been working, or most likely they haven't been working, you haven't been finding what you need, and you want something that's actually going to work, guided by science, research. For example, in toothpaste isn't just 3 ingredients of coconut oil, zinc, and some clays. You know, you need something that actually replaces fluoride. You've understood your whole life that fluoride is an ingredient that is essential for preventing decay and for a healthy mouth. But the research and the science shows that that's just not the case anymore. There's an ingredient called hydroxyapatite. It's essentially the mineral that your teeth are made of. So it's 97% of your enamel, 60% of your dentin, and it's made up of calcium and phosphate. And this is an ingredient that the Japanese have been studying for about 45 years or 50 years plus, to be honest. We're now in a position where we can take that mineral, or these two elements, put them together and make a toothpaste out of it. It's a remineralizing agent that replaces fluoride, and at the right concentration and size particle, it is 2 times more effective than fluoride, and most people do not know about this. So I wanted to take this example and explain to you that we're no longer in a world where you need to be in these polarizations. There's something for everybody in the middle. And if you stick around long enough, this video is going to explain to you exactly why and how you can take this logic, this free guide that we've given you, that we've created, that breaks down step by step our range with a little bit more information about exactly why we're doing what we're doing. And I hope you're going to enjoy it. Let me introduce to you the 90-day detox guide. This guide was created for you to understand the reasons behind the products and the ingredients that we're choosing, and the reasons why it is so important to understand what you are putting in and on your body. Because it's not something that most people have thought about before. The information isn't there, the spotlight has not been on. Big pharma, big brands, supermarkets, government, everyone playing a part in poisoning the people, putting profit first. It's not been dialed into us enough that this is happening. But unless we educate customers, who educate their friends, who discuss these types of things in social situations, then the root cause is never going to change. And everyone says that it's very hard for one person to make a difference. Granted, but together it is absolutely plausible that we can make change by behavioral shifts in our patterns, in our habits, in our daily routines. Now, that is why we created the guide. I hope that it's a Saturday morning coffee read. As a PDF, it's accessible for everybody. You can share it with your friends absolutely free. It starts with a little bit about us. The reason why it's a 90-day action plan is because a lot of our products have a 90-day life expectancy. With shampoos, toothbrushes, commonly recommended to change every 3 months. So we created a 90-day detox guide because it's enough time to see and feel the benefits, tangible benefits, whiter smile, less sensitivity, healthier mouth overall, remineralization of cavities. Early stage cavities can literally be reversed within 90 days using our toothpaste. Same with hair growth, etc. The volume, the bounce, the shine, the softness. A lot of those benefits can be felt after use 1. The average person interacts with 207 chemicals before 9 a.m. You know, you've got 6 products that you're almost guaranteed to use between waking up and then walking out the door. You've got your toothbrush, toothpaste, you're showering, so shampoo, conditioner, body wash, any of the above. There can be hundreds of chemicals inside of these if you don't know where to find clean ones. And it's very important that people stop and think about products that they're using 2-3 times a day that have a compounding impact. I'm going to get to 5 and then the rest will just pop up on the screen. So I want to break them down. Most important to think about. So number 1, SLS that I already talked about, strips the natural skin barrier, and you're using it every single day in your mouth and on your head. It's having a negative impact. If you're washing your hair every single day with SLS, that could be the number 1 thing to stop doing to completely transform your hair. If your hair's receding, your hair's falling out a lot, either try staggering your days or changing and removing SLS entirely, and you're gonna notice the difference instantly. Number 2 is parabens, which are essentially preservatives, and they're endocrine disruptors actually. They can be found in breast tissue from a compounding impact. So really not good, and something that I wanted to highlight. Number 3 is synthetic fragrance. The word fragrance is ambiguous because fragrance could mean essential oils, but fragrance generally, or perfume, parfum, whatever it might be, is going to potentially hide hundreds of artificial fragrances. And so you have to think about, for example, products that use natural oils, something that you can drain the fragrance naturally from and create a scent. So that would be something like orange peel or lemon or rosemary, etc. You can make essential oils from this. You can pull certain extracts from the plant itself to make oil and fragrance. One example of something that you can't do that with is strawberries. Now, there's a whole science as to why you can't do that, but you have to understand that you cannot make strawberry fragrance from a strawberry itself. Every strawberry flavored, scented anything, most berries in fact, is going to be artificial. And it's very important that you know that. The company isn't going to tell you. So it's just an example of something that you need to consider. So number 4 is phthalates. And phthalates are basically found in all artificial fragrances. And it can be linked to low testosterone in men, but also disrupting female hormones as well. But it's something that we consider a hormone disruptor. So it's very important for you to remove from your routine. And the next is artificial colors. Food grade colorants are just for show. There's no benefit in them, and you're getting a load of undisclosed chemicals and dyes that might be really impacting your body, and they don't need to be there. So think about your toothpaste tube and all of the blue, white and red stripes on there. It's all just a psychological impact that you don't need, that's probably causing you a problem. And this can be broken down for plastic too. So it's very important that you think about the history of plastic and how we've come to use it so much in our lives. It is literally a fossil that is going to be around way past our civilizations. 552 million plastic bottles are discarded in the UK every year. Our journey actually started as plastic-free, save the planet. Now, obviously it's very important, and our oceans, we care about wildlife massively. We actually have a scheme where we remove plastic from the ocean every time you purchase a product. But it's now not only the animals, it's not only marine life, it's not only the planet that is suffering. It is now an absolute fact that plastics are inside of us. In all of your vital organs, plastic lies. And this is happening in ways that are unavoidable, quite honestly, through the air, through water. Like, literally there is no way to escape them, but you can avoid as much of them as possible from some key drivers. Shampoo bottles and hard or soft shell plastic can take like half a century to disappear. It's something that's very, very considerable that most people don't really think about. When you think about the plastic particles and microplastics sat in a bottle, under heat, under your tap, in the bathroom, and then leaching back into your skin. And it's just different ways that they can come inside of us. Now, we need to be real. A lot of people will be asking, well, why should I listen to you? I'm not a scientist, I'm not a dentist. Well, absolutely that is the case. But what I can promise you, and I can guarantee to you, is that I've spent the last 2.5 years plus reading into the research and the literature around some of the decisions that we make. And I would never produce a product and put out a product that I am not happy with. I made a pledge to myself at the start of the journey, essentially, that we were going to make products that we would use, that we would encourage other people to use, that's based on science, but clean ingredients. And we're working with a world-class research and development team to create formulations of toothpaste with groundbreaking, quite frankly, ingredients that haven't been used in the industry, but have amazing benefits for your oral microbiome or for your hair. And all of these products are being made by skilled artisans, handmade shampoo bars, body wash bars with oils, butters, clays that are unmatched to anywhere else we've seen in the industry. We're working with practitioners, holistic dentists and hygienists who are advocating for the brand in the reduction of sensitivity, the brightening, like up to 2 times whiter teeth within 90 days. And there's just so many benefits that speak for themselves, quite frankly. And the most important thing that I want you to take away if you haven't tried our products yet is that we literally send hundreds of samples every month to our customers because we are guided by the research. We make the products based on that, but we listen to the customers. If customers don't like the X and the Y changes that we've made, well, then we can go and revise it. It's very, very tough to please everybody in personal care. We've had years, some of our customers have used traditional products for 65, 70 years. To try and switch them into novel forms like a tablet without the harsh minty fragrance or the shampoo that is in a bar, not a liquid, and the whole experience is a little bit different, is tough. And I appreciate that. So that's why we wanted to make sure that the experience is seamless from the offset. 76% of our customers return to us. The lifetime value of our customers is increasing and increasing every single day, and that would only be possible with a good product. These days, marketing sells, and I realize that most competitors in our niche are marketing companies. They're after the first time purchase, and that is it. They've made their money, or they've optimized their operation to make money on that first time. For us, it's completely different. We lose money on the first couple of customers most of the time. And it's after that the third, fourth, fifth, that's when we start to make our money back. And it's something that is only possible with a good product. And matching the stage of your life and your hair with products is very important. And we feel like we've done that amazingly. It's the same with your smile. You know, to go for 2 shades whiter without whitening, you don't need peroxide, you don't need harsh chemicals, you don't need to spend hundreds on gels from clinical practices. Start with a toothpaste every single day. I've never understood why whitening toothpaste and harsh abrasives is existing. Surely I can get a toothpaste that does everything together. And that's the benefit of nano-hydroxyapatite. At the 10% concentration, the researchers showed that the concentration has a linear effect with how much whitening effect there is. So a higher concentration of nano-hydroxyapatite, up to 10%, has a benefit. Anything beyond that, apparently no benefit. The same with sensitivity, whitening, remineralization. The ingredients that we've chosen are optimized to make you feel better. They're optimized not to think about it like a toothpaste, or to not think about it like a toothbrush or shampoo. The idea is that you think about who you're going to become after you use the product. And that is exactly what I'm trying to say to you today. That is the only goal. And so, why does it cost more? Now, this is a great question. And again, I appreciate the direction of where this question has come from, because we're not the cheapest. The ingredient choices, the single most important ingredient choice we make in our toothpaste is a 10% concentration of nano-hydroxyapatite. And the reason why people and competitors don't use that, and we're the highest from what I understand in hydroxyapatite in the UK in a toothpaste tablet, is because it's expensive. It's literally the most expensive ingredient in the industry, but there's a reason why. It's because it's the best one. Who is this for? I'm not really sure. So anybody who is curious about making more natural changes in their routine will love this product. They'll love the brand. They'll appreciate the difference and the angles that we've put on our own products and ingredients and spins on products that have been around for generations. We've now brought them back into solid formats and stuff. Same with the toothpaste tablets. So anyone who is curious about optimizing their routine, reducing all of the harsh chemicals, or helping the environment, or honestly just wanting to support independent brands, you know, that could be somebody that doesn't want to put their money into the pockets of billionaires who are destroying us and putting profit first, honestly. Where are the ingredients from? So this is a great question. I touched on it earlier and about Ben's trip across India and Asia in general. So we source a lot of our products from India. Our oils, butters, clays, etc. Everything comes from ancient Indian oils and that Ayurvedic tradition that I was talking about. And so we generally import a lot of the ingredients from there. And it's something that is generally done across the industry. Unfortunately, the UK doesn't grow some of the ingredients that we need, and the nuts and the raw oils, etc., that we can extract from said seeds and nuts. So a lot of the time they come from West Africa, India, Asia, etc. Is this all natural? The honest answer is no, and I'm very transparent about this. We are a low tox brand. Everything in our assortment, in our formulations, is clean. It is much better than anything from the supermarket shelves. But is it only egg yolks? Is it only nuts? Is it only oils? Is it only things that grow raw naturally out of the ground? No. There has been synthesization of ingredients, and you can tell that by looking at the back of the packet, but that does not mean that it is a harsh chemical. It generally means that the coconut has gone through a process of turning from a coconut into an ingredient, and that is not a natural process. Nano-hydroxyapatite, for example, it is a naturally derived mineral made of calcium and phosphate. These are natural minerals, but nano-hydroxyapatite itself is not from something natural. Same with xylitol from the birch tree. It's not just a piece of bark. It's been through a process to go from birch to xylitol. And I don't believe that it's morally right to say that that is 100% natural, and I have enough integrity to stand by my decisions in ingredient sourcing. And finally, when do I see results? The honest answer is it does depend. We've heard and seen results ourselves within a couple of days, but we've also taken 3-6 months to fully feel the difference. My personal journey with hair has gone through years and years of development and understanding and feeling the difference. And it's now that I can say, looking back 2 years, that on my trajectory of hair loss at 21 versus where I am now, if I hadn't have made the switch and founded the company and made the products and done the journey and the hard yards, let's say, earlier on, I may not be here like I am now with a full head of hair. So the 3 most important actionable steps from this: first, read the guide that I'm talking about. Second, visit the website by clicking the link down below. The third one is use Detox, a code Detox10, which should automatically be on the link below, for 10% off your first one-time purchase for the Detox box. If you want to subscribe, there's also a discount that allows you to receive top-ups and refills of everything from our range and our box for 30% off forever, with no plastics, and everything is just going to be delivered to you absolutely stress-free. You can cancel, pause, skip at any time. You also have 90 days to return any products. You don't even need to send us back the box. That's how confident I am that you will love it. So if you've made it this far and you're still not convinced, then just start reading your labels. Like chapter 1 says in the book, just start thinking about it. Everything starts with a thought. As time moves on, you will get more and more interested in the solutions, and you will get more and more awake as to what is happening from the top and how to solve it with us.